So we're just wrapping up for the day. We just got our 6 coyote, 3 coons, 1 fox, 1 badger. Been a fun day. We'll kind of go through some of the how-tos in this video here, and again, appreciate Drew being with me, show me the ropes a little bit today.
Good.
First one of the day.
I caught one there earlier. See where it's tore up.
See the old trap there.
It just always seems like when you get a bunch set out, and you might catch 1 or 2 the first night, but then every night that they're out, it just seems like it progressively gets better. It takes a little bit of time, but once you start catching them and these remakes, all this coyote scent around, it just helps.
Yeah.
Draw them in and eye appeal and everything else. So. This is it's a dogless, probably number 2 size. It's a no BS lures makes it. It's his junior size trap.
Gotcha.
4-coiled.
And that screen on there is to prevent dirt from getting in there?
Correct, yep. And the most important thing is just to have that thing solid. I like to have it solid before I even pack dirt around it, so if something steps not on the pan, they don't feel it move.
Gotcha.
Otherwise, if they do, a lot of times they'll try digging it up. They'll know it's there. They know something's there. I just like to pack them in tight. And I use a little bit of antifreeze. Being everything's kind of damp, but at least it keeps it thawed out underneath. If we get any weather, it'll still get a crust on top if you get rain or snow, or it melts or freezes and thaws, but usually not enough to prevent it from working. I like to find my pan and then I pack it all in and good again, so when they're walking here, it just feels like everything else. I'll put one more little layer on there to kind of blend it all. If it's muddy and wet and snow and everything's frozen, I can't get anything loose, I'll have to carry dry dirt with. And it's kind of a pain, but it's what you have to do. And I'll put a few clods and stuff around to kind of show them where to step. When I'm going to come right in there to smell that bait in the hole. I use a little fox urine and then just a little commercial bait that I buy. I've made some in the past, but it's easier to buy it.
Just put their nose right down in that hole there.
Yep.
Hopefully step right here.
Yep.
The dirt clump there is to make sure they step there. They won't want to step on that, right?
Yep. That's the idea.
So what do you tell people when they say, why do you trap that animal?
Well, it's because it's done it for my whole life and I just love to do it. Plus, you know, I make money doing it. So.
Yeah.
Coyotes, coons, beavers, whatever. Nobody really likes having them around. Everybody wants them gone, and it also helps getting access to land to do other things too. You know, helping farmers out. So.
Yeah.
And I just enjoy it. So.
Yeah. It is fun.
It can be a lot of work at times, but I guess that's what weeds out the people that just do it for the money or do it because they really like to do it. So sure. Brand new sets I just set.
Got a double here.
They're ugly, but 2 coyotes. Front footer and a back footer.
So we just got our first double of the day. Drew's gonna give us a real quick breakdown of this spot here. Really cool spot.
Oh, there's a big chunk of CRP grass right there, and a nice little pocket of cedars, and then there's a waterway coming from each way, and everything just meets right here. Looking at it, you know, on a map, it would just be a hub, and just everything drains right to here. And just set it up in the middle, and I always, you know, kind of pay attention to which way the wind's going to be, and like it all blowing into where they should be traveling. So, yeah. And these are a couple of not so desirable colored coyotes. They're the first 2 red and orange ones I've caught all year, but still take them. And I got one by the back foot, and some guys make fun of you for that, but I'll take them any way I can get them.
Yeah. So the color out west is a little better than here in Iowa.
Yeah, and they're just really silky soft, and they're just way more fur, and they're really lighter pale color.
Gotcha.
I think actually, I don't know if they're who's buying if Canada Goose is still buying them, but they're the big parka makers in Canada, and they got the fanciest ones, and then China's all seem to be a little further downgrade. So I don't know. His body looks bigger than a 2-year-old. He ain't that big. I'm just gonna turn around here. I don't have anything. We're speed checking.
So what happened here, Drew?
I'd say it's a deer snap. The way the trap's just pulled out, snap. Usually they get their hoof in it. They just pull their foot right out, and the trap's always just laying off to the side like that.
So a deer has enough leverage to pull up,
Yeah, and there's nothing.
and it's
really
skinny
grab.
enough,
Yeah.
like it's kind of slides off.
Yeah.
But a coyote paw grabs a little better.
Yep. I think the deer's foot's just hard enough, and they're strong enough. They just pull
Yeah.
it right out. I've never held a deer.
And all the fawns by this time of year are strong, big and strong enough anyway,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. I'd be surprised if I ever pulled up on a deer in a trap. But it happens, especially when I set in areas like this with more cover and there's more deer around. I shy away from any urine because the deer will come right to that. It doesn't matter what kind of urine. They just I avoid them more if I don't use it. So.
They're a curious animal too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is a good river for all things wildlife.
Yes, it is.
This is a friend of Drew's. We shotgun hunted along this river quite a few years and had a lot of really nice bucks come out of here. Really what a lot of this area is actually, just a lot of ag ground, but some really thick woolly river bottoms and fence lines and ditches and things like that. So just because it's open doesn't mean they can't hide though. We're getting towards the end of the day. It's about 4 o'clock. Been on a little bit of a dry spell here. Came around the corner here and we got a fox, first one of the day. Cool little guy. So tell me about this spot, Drew.
It's just another long running waterway. There's a little pond up there, and these two come together here, and it all runs down to a river. And it's just travel route from over the years in the snow and stuff. And coyotes always cut and run this edge. That's where I put it. A lot of times they run just off the draw, so I put them a little closer so the wind's blowing out to them.
Gotcha.
My thinking here.
So long travel corridors is kind of what you're looking for.
Yep, long running, and like I said, it ties right into a river right there, so it's just and this kind of brings them out into the open country.
Cool. So
really-
first thing is you do is you anchor that trap, right?
Yep.
Then dig a little hole.
Yep, I auger a dirt hole and then kind of dig yourself out a trap bed. It always looks deeper than it needs to be, but once your trap's in there and you get everything graded, it looks natural. But it'll be a good set now. Like I've caught a fox, they leave a lot of smell here, and with this coyotes and other fox and everything else is really attracted to that. So.
catch.